latest development over the ongoing ethnic clash between Yoruba and Hausa residents in Shasha, Ibadan, has taken a new twist as intervention forces and a surveillance helicopter have now been deployed by the Inspector General of Police, Muhammad Adamu, for the purpose of bringing the mayhem under control. No fewer than 11 persons were reportedly buried on Sunday following the orgy of violence which broke out during the weekend between Yoruba and Hausa residents of Shasha Market in Akinyele local government area of Oyo State. Also, a total of 5,000 people residing within the vicinity of the violence arena are said to be currently displaced, even as many persons have been declared missing as a result of buildings and that were set ablaze. Federal police authorities have already dispatched a strong intervention and stabilization forces to the state to reclaim the public space, reinforce security and bolster public confidence in the areas affected by the recent crisis in the state. This is according to a press statement signed by the First Public Relations Officer, CP Frank Mba. The deployment, consisting largely of intelligence and operational assets of the force, include 4 units of the police mobile force, seasoned operatives from the Force Intelligence Bureau, and 1 operational surveillance police helicopter from the Police Air Wing Department. The intervention force is said to be charged with the responsibility of reinforcing and stabilizing security in the state, preventing further breakdown of law and order, protecting lives and properties, and ultimately enhancing public safety and general security in the state. According to CP Mba, the intervention force is being coordinated by a Deputy Inspector General of Police, DIG David Folawiyo, who is expected to mobilize all relevant stakeholders towards achieving the mandate of the squad. Assurance was given by the IGP that the force is committed to the safety of lives and property of the citizens in the country. Adamu called on the citizens and residents of the state and other Nigerians to embrace peace and cooperate with the police and the security community as they redouble their efforts in ensuring that sustainable peace and security are restored to the affected areas. It will be recalled that that early signs of the ongoing crisis reportedly started last Thursday when a Hausa man and a Yoruba man trader clashed, leading to the death of many residents. This later snowballed to a full-blown crisis, following which several houses were set ablaze. Governor Seyi Makinde had to hurriedly order the immediate closure of the markets. Despite this action, tension in the area continues to increase as the violence persists. Okay. It is always all about fire brigade when things will deteriorate. A lot of people are even trying to say, oh, we have a... They are talking about peace. It's not just to say it by mouth. It's not just saying it. And at the end of the day, no action will be backed with it. And people are complaining about a National Orientation Agency, that department is dead. And they are not doing anything about, because that is their job, to be able to sensitize people on the need to promote what can really bring peace, what can really bring succor to the people. Almost all the time, begin to remind them there should be jingles, there should be, advertisements of things that will really boost the morale of the people. If you go and find out that department now, maybe the people who are there, they are trying their best to make sure things work, but they need money, they need a lot of things to make it work. But there will be all these bottlenecks that we don't even allow them to work. I'm just saying, because that is what has always been happening in this country. So it goes beyond you bringing all these things at the end of the day. No, it goes beyond that. We have money in this country, but the money is just being spent on politicians and the so-called elites, political elites. See what has degenerated to all of these things now. We're not even talking about S-men, because it's a different issue entirely. I have seen and I have heard a lot of people saying that, the issue of Sunday Igboho, the governor of Oyo State, they are part of the people that created this whole thing. I don't know how that one is really related here. This is a different case altogether. And the worst part of it, we have talked. The president is not saying anything. words of mouth that you just say, it might even be more cheaper than you spending this, taking all this jamboree or this fire brigade work. It will go a long way to help in curbing all these problems that we have on ground. We have a lot of problems, so this one is just coming out that everybody is talking about, and we have seen a lot of people moving out of the state because they are not comfortable again, because all of these things wouldn't have happened. All of these things wouldn't have occurred if the needful had been done from the beginning. Now they are now deploying. So if we want to go by what happened in Lekki 2 days ago, people are like, seriously? So we have this kind of police, and yet we have criminals all over the place. The police were really prepared because they know that the people that they were going to meet, they are not going to do anything. They don't have anything to fight them, and they are not ready to. They are not even there to fight them. So you could see their preparation. Why is it that the same thing is not being deployed? Because we know that even in that same Oyo State, a lot of problems have been happening in that state. When the so-called Wakili, the Fulani S-man, who they call a warlord, has been harassing people, police could not go there. Harassing the villagers, police could not go there. I don't even know the situation of things, because as when we talked about it last, the guy was still holding that place ransom. The police could not deploy whatever to make sure that, yes, the peace that they are even talking about will be restored. Before Sunday Igboho came on board, we know a lot of things that has been going on. The police did not respond, and people in that vicinity are crying that Amotekun and police that they brought to come and restore peace and order, but they didn't come. They have not done anything because they are still experiencing the same thing. When we have multiple problems that we are faced with, as this one is going, other ones are still there. Other one will still be coming like that. Nobody envisaged that this could really happen. Nobody ever thought of that. But the problems we have, those ones, they are still pending. Another one has come. Before again, that one will still go back to that one. Another one will still come. Another one will still come. I don't know why we cannot do things in a proper way, in a saner environment that we make things to work well. Well, please, let's love ourselves. Even if the government has disappointed everyone, most of these Hausa people are suffering more. Buhari is not representing all of them. Of course, that is it. We have been saying it. They will just tell you that they are giving appointments to some few individuals in the state, and that's automatically, as to them, it has become doing things for the people. Like we've always said, everybody is suffering this whole thing. Whether the Igbo presidency, whether there's a Yoruba presidency, it does not relate in good governance. It does not help anybody in any way. They are suffering it. But the problem is that the people themselves cannot just come out and say, this is what we want. They are suffering. They are the ones that will still come out. Yes, hail this person. Say Buhari, this and that. Oh, we support this. And at the end of the day, you are just supporting them. They are making your life miserable because they are not doing anything. The only thing they will do is just to give few individuals some kind of positions. And that automatically will translate to your own dividends of democracy. So I've said it several times without number, that Buhari being there, it does not have anything to do with any regular northerner on the streets. It does not. But they don't even, the people who are even suffering do not even understand that. Instead of them to tackle the so-called leaders who have not brought peace to them, who have not brought stability to them, they will continue to praise them. And that's why you see that those ones are doing what they are doing, and they get away with it. So guys, let's hear your opinion and leave your comments in the comment section.